Okay, um, real quick, just a little something about practice for everybody. We've done a lot today with the putting, the chipping, um, and we've done a lot of bunker stuff here too. But a little bit about practice, and this holds true for even uh, once we get into the full swing and the long swing in the next couple sessions, uh, is that when you're out practicing, make sure you have a goal in mind. You're practicing for a purpose. If you're out here and you're just going through the motions just to say that you practice for an hour, to come back and tell me that you practice for an hour, um, that's not really the point of it all, because it's your time, so try to get as much out of it as you can instead of just going through the motions. So take some of the things that we worked on today and really try to harness those things, and make it second nature for you. So basically what I'm saying is, when you're out there practicing, don't just go through the motions to say that you did it. Actually pick a point out there. I mean, for some of you, just getting out of the bunker when you got here today is what was the goal. Everybody's getting out of the bunker just fine now because you've learned to take the sand, and you're not just picking the ball clean like a few of you had been before. Now that you understand how it works, put that into practice, but get more specific. Try to hit it to the flag, not just to get it out of the bunker and be happy, okay? So I think for most of you, you're beyond that. So like I said, get specific and pick a point out on the green. Let's say the flag. And go ahead and try and get it to the target rather than just being satisfied with getting it out of there, okay? So always practice with a purpose when you're out there. Um, for a lot of you, especially on these bunker shots, take some practice swings where you're just hitting the sand. So you're just hitting the sand, trying to really reinforce that feeling of not picking the ball, okay? So maybe take a couple swings where in between each shot, it's okay in the practice bunker to go ahead and do that. When you're out on the course, of course, you can't take your practice swings when you're in the bunker or a hazard. But for practice purposes and getting this down, feel free to when you're in the practice bunkers here. Please rake the bunker when you're finished though. But other than that, the main thing, and this is going to hold true even with um, anything in practice, is that when you get out here to practice, you do it with a goal in mind and reinforcing all the things that we worked on when we were here. Now, a lot of times you'll only be able to work on one or two things at a time, because if you're really working on 3 or 4 things in your head at one time, you're just going to get frustrated. So get focused on what you're working on, practice with a purpose to make sure that that becomes second nature. Okay, and as far as practice goes, for right now, I'd like you to at least get out while we're doing these clinics a couple times in between sessions, because I'm happy to give people lessons over and over again, but to give them the same lesson over and over again because they didn't practice and reinforce what we worked on, I don't want to say it's a waste of my time. I'm happy to come out and teach you again, but it's more of a waste of your time, and sometimes it's more of a waste of money on your end, because you're paying me to give you the same lesson 3 or 4 times. Okay, let's get back to your stations. Let's get a few more shots, get some more practice in here.